Good morning, hiking friends. I am back at Unicoi Gap. I am headed to Unacoi Gap, which is about 15 miles south of here. I may try to do it in a day, or I may stay out overnight. I have all my stuff to stay out overnight, but it's cold. But hey, it's not raining this time, so there is that. Anyway, 15 miles. I'm super excited because my pack weight today total is 19 pounds. Not sure how I managed to do that, except that I'm only going out overnight, so maybe it's because my food is light. All right, let's go. Right, okay. I am, according to this sign, 9.6 miles from Low Gap. That is the shelter that I'm shooting for. This says it's 14 miles to Hogpen Gap. That seems right, because I think it's 15 miles to Unacoi Gap. So I'm gonna shoot for Low Gap and see how I feel and what the time of day is, and maybe I'll keep going. Right now it is like, I wanna say, it's going on 10 a.m. I think after today I only have 18 more miles to finish Georgia. So my plan to get Georgia done by the end of the year, barring any weird complications, should go off without a hitch. Did I mention? I think I did. My pack only weighs 19 pounds today, which has me jumping for joy in my head. Hello, sir. How are you today? How are your travels? Are you traveling, or are you just sitting there? Oh no, I can see you're traveling. Well, you have a most spectacular day out here in the woods. Two things. Today, I will cross the 100-mile mark of my journey on the Appalachian Trail. And that includes the approach trail. So my journey will be closer to 2,200 miles than 2,191 miles. And it's October 27th, and I feel like I have walked into the legend of Sleepy Hollow. And I hope I don't see the Headless Horseman. Right, okay. I am currently at the top of Blue Mountain, and there's supposedly a tent spot here, and I guess that might be it, but it's pretty small and pretty rocky too. But you might be wondering, why is she going southbound today? Just, it's better logistically for shelter hopping, because if I would have started at Unacoi Gap, I'm usually good for about 10 miles, but from Unacoi, 10 miles is like not by anything. So it just made better sense. For your consideration, Blue Mountain Shelter.
walking into the shelter, and then you turn directly around like you're going back to the trail, and the big tables are here. Marker for the shelter. Water this way.
I really hope I run into some people today. So far, the trail has been empty. I did see a couple of people at Unicoi Gap, but they were going in the opposite direction. They were going northbound, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's time for me to put on my big girl pants and be brave. My first water break because I found my first spring.
So, drinking my water, and fill up my filter.
Well, I just crossed paths with another hiker, and she is headed northbound on a 200-mile section hike. And she told me that Gap shelter was filled last night and that there were people even tenting there. So she said it was a bunch of southbounders who were there last night. So I don't know. Maybe I won't be alone tonight. But it'll be okay no matter what. Because the Lord is with me. Alright, the hiker count is up to 3 hikers. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. Psalm 32, verse 8. The word of the Lord. It is absolutely true and given to us in love. Four hikers.
Wow, that is an uprooted tree. That's pretty impressive. I think the heat is an uprooted tree. Maybe not. Let's see. On the other side. Oh yeah, that's a pine tree down there.
That root system was so large, I thought it would be a really big tree, but it's not that big. Maybe a foot in diameter. So I found this blue blaze trail, but I'm not sure where it goes. According to Gut Hook, it might lead to the Anoda Mountain Retreat, which is like some kind of campground where it sounds nice. It sounds like it'd be fun to go there just to check it out. There's apparently, well, according to Gut Hook, there's 5 waterfalls on their property. That sounds pretty. Yeah, I don't know. So far, and the hiker count is up to 6 hikers. Just passed hikers 7 and 8. I think a father and son who are also trying to get Georgia done by the end of the year. And they said that I am the 6th hiker they have passed going southbound. So that makes me think that maybe there will be somebody at Gap shelter later today. We shall see. Alright. I have arrived at Chattahoochee Gap. And then if you take the Jack's Gap trail right there, that Blue Blaze trail will take you up to Brasstown Bald, which is the Georgia State high point, but I think it's like 4.5 miles to the Bald, and it's all uphill, and I think it's really steep too. So, for your consideration, today I'm having a coconut chocolate chip Cliff Bar. Well, now I just passed a Boy Scout troop, 9 people. And I was able to tell them how much further they have to go to Unicoi Gap, because I am halfway, well, I'm more than halfway to Low Gap, and that's where they came from. And yeah, if the wind would die down, I think it would be pretty nice out. Well, I mean, I'm warm. I'm glad I switched to fleece layers. The wind's just making it colder, and for a while it got brighter because the cloud lifted, but now the cloud's back. Less than 5 miles to get to the shelter, I think, and it took me 3 hours to go 5 miles, but that's only because I keep stopping to talk to people, which makes it that much more fun. Must be that maybe it's not normal streams, maybe it's just drainage from rain, because it did rain quite a bit over the last 24 hours. I don't know. 1980 was the year that my dad died. It was the year that I met the man who would be my husband for a period of time. We should have never been together. He had issues. I had crazy issues. Number one of which was just desperate to be loved by somebody. 1981, I graduated high school and went to college for nursing. Joined the Air Force and got married in 1984. The Air Force paid for half of my college education. Graduated from college in 1985. Had my oldest son Robert in 1985. Found out that my ex was not right in the head and super abusive. And 1986, I went on active duty in the Air Force as an Air Force nurse in Dover, Delaware. And by 1988, I was separated from my ex-husband and divorced 6 months later. Those were some really, really rocky years, because that in 1980 I told God I would never speak to him again, and I just did life on my own, and it got really, really bumpy. Be sure to come back next time for more of the story. Okay, I have found 4 more hikers. I am up to 23 hikers, and these ladies are part of the Girls Who Hike in Georgia. And this nice girl here has the same backpack that I have, and it was really uncomfortable. And then I noticed she forgot to arc it.
Well,
and now
it fits perfectly. It's great.
So
It's a lifetime of difference.
that's the trail magic for today, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe, right?
Thank you.
It was really nice to meet you.
Meet you.
You guys, 100 miles. I have done 100 miles of the AT. I would hike 100 miles and I I would hike 100 more just to be the girl who hikes 2,000 miles to fall down at the goal. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. 100 miles! Boom! Boom! Right, okay. I've made it to Unicoi Gap shelter. It is only 3:40 in the afternoon. There's nobody here, and I have met 23 people hiking today, and apparently most of them stayed here last night. So it's Saturday. Where the heck is everybody? I don't know if I'm just super early, or I mean, the sun doesn't set for 3 more hours. So I'm very tempted to keep hiking. I've gone 10 miles, and I think I have another 5.5 to get to Unicoi Gap. I feel like I want to keep going, but maybe I'll just sit here and take a break, sit down for 20-30 minutes, and then, I mean, I could get at least another 2 or 3 miles and pop my tent somewhere closer to the end. I'm really undecided. What would you do? If only you could talk to me right now. Guys, I am here with Matt and Dawn. I'm not alone at the shelter. That makes me happy. And Dawn has got a fire started despite all the wood being wet. Excellent work. Strong work. So excited.
Real trail cred.
Yeah, man.
Yes, trail cred, for sure. Supper, we're having Thai-style chicken with noodles, and it is really good, really good. Right, okay, the sun has officially set. I'm gonna stay in the shelter, even though I said I would never stay in a shelter again. It's just easy, and it's not windy in there. See you in the morning.